Hey yo, it's Hip Hop DJ Eternal 88. What's going on, y'all? Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. And hit the subscribe so when I drop a video, you get notified. All right, let's get right into it. So we're going to talk about GoYayo, Adam22, LilCjKasino, Queso, 1090 Jake. We got a lot to talk about, but first, Nicki Minaj and Cardi still viciously attacking each other on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. I ain't even going to read everything they said to each other because it's just like really, really like disrespectful. And I've already read the most disrespectful shit in my other videos, so no reason to just keep repeating the same shit. But Nicki was saying anyone attached to Cardi is going down. If anybody, any of companies attach themselves to her, she's coming for them and all this kind of shit because Cardi made remarks about kids. But the thing is, so did Nicki. Nicki spoke on Cardi's kids. Nicki has been on this thing where she's just going at everybody for a while now, man. She has a history of this. But you know what? So does Cardi B. So I don't know, man. But Nicki's shit is a little more deep. Cardi's just be like petty beef. You know what I'm saying? Nicki shit, she be really trying to like take people down and shit. You know what I mean? But either way, 50 Cent responded to it. 50 Cent actually responded to this shit. He said, I hope the girls stop fighting before things escalate. I read some of the shit they saying to each other, and this is not going to go well. And I got to keep it 100. 50 Cent is keeping it all the way real. Like, this shit is going too far. Somebody's going to end up getting hurt or something bad's going to happen. Like, this shit getting out of hand, man. The way Cardi and Nicki disrespected each other, there's no making up after that. It's only one thing that could happen, and that's something bad. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we'll have to see how this all plays out, y'all. Shout out to 50, though, for trying to, you know what I mean, mend shit. And shout out to 50 for not just taking Nicki's side, because Nicki's from Southside Jamaica, Queens, like 50 is. And 50 just, you know, saying he hopes they stop fighting. And that's some real shit. Shout out to 50. Then we got, so LilCjKasino replies to GoYayo saying him and Adam22 were in his hood. Like, because GoYayo and Adam22 said that they were in his hood. They drove by his grandma's house. You know what I'm saying? And LilCjKasino responds and basically calls it out. And we're going to get into that video of him replying to that in a minute, right? But first, we're going to play the video that he was actually replying to. Let's get it.
And don't believe that other man. He not the city.
Hey man, I ain't had to say it, man.
Had to say it.
You hear me? They saying it for them. They hood. We love the 6 though. We pushing peace.
So CJ hood.
Yeah, you hear me? We go where we want to go. Yeah, yo, you see where we at? I can't make this shit the up, man.
I'm not from here. I didn't know where we were going, but all of a sudden we pull up here, and he starts telling us where we're at, and it's a whole thing.
And you still comfortable, right?
I'm with you guys. Yeah.
It's a real deal. I challenge all 4 white rappers. And he posted on Instagram that y'all he was finna do this today. So when y'all do that, post that y'all finna bring them to the city, and we gonna pop out. I want everybody to do this. It's the challenge now. Show off your city, baby.
And before we play LilCjKasino's response, because you heard them say that they're in LilCjKasino's hood right there, right? LilCjKasino replies and says that's bullshit. But first, I want to tell y'all, GoYayo asked Adam22, why'd you cut the part out where I went to dude's granny's house? And Adam22 says, I'm all about the drama, but showing off your op's grandma crib in a vlog, for sure we left that footage on the cutting room floor. So Adam22 saying he ain't taking things that far, especially putting somebody's grandma's house on a vlog in a beef, right? I mean, why would GoYayo even think that that's a possibility, right? But LilCjKasino respond, y'all. Let's get it.
Just to be clear, Adam, you was never in my hood. You was not in Stop 6, bro. That's Hollywood, Texas. As soon as you come past that motherfucking light y'all was in, it's Hollywood. That nigga can't come nowhere near Stop 6, and that nigga know it. So stop acting like you was in my hood and you wasn't. Second of all, you you was a punk and the whole city look at you like a punk. And them same niggas in that interview that you was with is the niggas who helped your baby mama expose your punk ass. Them same niggas sent your picture to me directly. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's why he over there having nervous breakdowns and meltdowns, because them same niggas you just riding around acting like he was this guy. These same niggas who disowning his pussy ass for doing that gay shit. This ain't true. I don't stop six, nigga. Hey, this shit so funny. I don't be having to do nothing. These niggas be goddamn. Hey.
So there you have that. He's calling that bullshit. I don't know. Y'all decide what y'all think. I do know GoYayo has been panicking, like he said. Like, he has been kind of like fucked up in the game. He just recently tweeted out how he was like depressed and how he never blew up in rap and he was quitting rap and all that kind of shit. So I don't know. Maybe he is just clout chasing, you know? But either way, shout out to Adam22 for not taking things way too far and being able to see that that was just way too far to put somebody's grandma's house on the vlog. You know what I mean? But either way, let me know what y'all think, like I said. Then we got Ksoo got sentenced to life without parole, y'all. He got sentenced to life without parole. In Florida, that's how it goes. You get life, you don't get no parole. And I'll tell you what, 1090 Jake put on Instagram a post about this. And if you're ever thinking about committing crimes, and it's just not Florida, man. This is how he explains how it is in Florida penitentiaries. But pretty much this is exactly how it is in penitentiaries all over America. You know what I mean? So before you decide to do a crime that's going to get you a lot of time, like, you know, close to life or even 20 years or more, 10 years or more, any kind of crime that's going to get you a lot of time, this is what you're up against, y'all. And I salute 1090 Jake for breaking this down, because I've never heard anybody break it down this simple but this real at the same time. Let's get it.
Jacksonville drill rapper Queso has been sentenced to life in Florida State Prison.
Jury found you guilty as charged in count 1 to murder in the first degree by unanimous verdict, and at this time this court will then adjudicate you guilty of that offense and sentence you to the only lawful sentence that this court can impose, and that is mandatory life in prison without the eligibility for parole. Understand your sentence?
Yes, ma'am.
At 26 years young, he'll wear Florida blues for the remainder of his life. And he'll eat out of brown trays like these 3 times a day. Instead of an entire world to explore, Ksoo's world has been limited to the state lines of Florida, the 3rd largest prison system in the U.S., divided into 4 regions and split between 49 major institutions. The passport he could have had has been replaced with a prison ID that looks like one of these. And every day, several times a day, he'll sit up on his bunk when correction officers call count time, and he'll identify himself by his name and his prison ID number. Yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, will be his response to all prison staff. Disobedience will result in confinement for months and even up to years at a time. According to statistics, men die off in Florida State Prison at 73 years old. So according to statistics, that means Ksoo will live this life for the next 47 years until the day he doesn't wake. On that day, his body will either be released to a surviving family member or disposed of by the state. The Florida State Prison Cemetery in Rayford, Florida will gift him a concrete slab and an inmate-made metal license plate bearing his name, prison ID, and the date that he died. Otherwise, his remains will just be cremated away. This is the cold, harsh reality of a life sentence in Florida State Prison, a state with no parole where life literally means until death.
So if you want to avoid having to go through all that shit, just don't do crazy crimes that are going to get, like, you don't put yourself in these kinds of positions, you know what I mean? But this guy was saying he's the Don, you know, and I think these young guys think, like, back in the day, you were the Don if you were a mob boss and you guys were rich and, you know, you were doing hits, but you weren't talking about it. It was unspoken. Like, nobody, you know what I mean? Like, it was just a different time. And the Don now isn't so much about getting money. It's more about getting your ops back and shit. That's what these young guys think. And it's scary, man. So hopefully 1090 Jake has some kind of influence on these younger people, because they do respect him. People do respect 1090 Jake because his channel has always been authentic, and, you know, it's about gang shit. So him speaking out and speaking like this is a good thing, and I salute him for breaking that down like that, because I've been to jail myself, and this is pretty much how it is in every jail. It sucks. Now, it's not maybe as strict in different states as it is in Florida, because that's still down south, you know what I mean? So probably a little more strict than a lot of jails, but it's still jail, bro. You know what I mean? And it's not a fun fucking place at all. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? It's actually the worst place to be on earth by far, if you ask me. Well, I'll say the worst place in America to be by far. It fucking sucks. You know what I'm saying? And them trays are similar. The trays he showed, the food, that's kind of like what it looks like. You know what I mean? Very, very similar to that. And you have to be up for count and all kinds of shit 3 times a day. You know what I mean? You get told when you can eat, you get told when you can shower. It's just not a good life. So shout out to 1090 Jake for putting a spotlight on that and trying to make something positive out of a negative, which the negative is Ksoo getting sentenced to life without parole. But another negative to that situation is the people that lost their lives. And the fact that now Queso has to deal with that in prison for the rest of his life on his conscience. Maybe one day he'll realize he was wrong. Who knows? Maybe not. I don't know. But either way, let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. Follow me on IG, and we out.